Hey, it's Captain Tim with Rebel Fishing Alliance, and with me is First Mate Zachary. Thought we'd do a fun little video. We were prepping the boat, getting ready for our final teen powerboat class. We're certifying a bunch of teens tomorrow on their Florida Boater Safety course, and they've got to do their final exam and their on the water exam. And then afterwards, Zach and I were going to scout out some new areas around there for some upcoming fishing classes that we have going in partnership with Edison Sailing Center. What I thought we'd do is, since the First Mate is getting better at tying the FG knot, and a lot of people think that this is a very complicated knot. I don't think it is, but I tie mine differently than Zach ties his. He was self-taught in his own way, so I thought let's have some fun with it. And we're gonna rig up two rods. I'm gonna do it my way. He's gonna film for me, and I'm gonna film for him. And we'll see whose way is prettier, better, stronger, faster. And then we'll try them out on the water tomorrow. So what do you want to put on yours, Zach?
I'm gonna use this green voodoo shrimp.
Okay, that's chartreuse. That's chartreuse. It's not the same thing. Chartreuse is chartreuse. Green is green. You're going to use the voodoo shrimp for tomorrow, but you're going to be tying the FG knot on with 30-pound Seaguar inshore fluorocarbon. Okay. By the way, while Zach's prepping his stuff here, if anybody does want to go on to rfa.fish, which is our store, we sell all of the products that you're seeing here, I'll put a 20% off discount code in the comments that you can use if you want to get your own stuff. That he's tying on to Power Pro Spectra. I believe that this is 15-pound Power Pro Spectra in the high vis yellow. So floor is yours, buddy. You take it away and explain how you tie the FG knot.
Okay, so first I take about that much line and fold it in half and wrap around my pinky 2 or 3 times. And take that.
So you're making like a triangle?
Yeah, and then I take about that much leader and I put it here, and you go, there you go. And you go under and over, and I do this 22 times.
Oh, that's real good.
I unwrap it, and then I take the string that's not connected.
So your tag end?
Yeah, I take my tag end, and I do 3, what are these called, overhand knots? Yeah. 3 overhand knots.
Around the leader and the braid?
No, just around the leader.
Okay.
And then once I've done the 3,
You're gonna cut your hands up, son.
no,
You've got to get a hold of yourself.
gloves.
You didn't wet it?
No.
Okay.
And then I tighten it down, and then I take the braid along the leader so they're both there, and then I'll tie 3 more overhands. Like that, I tie 3 overhands, and I'll cinch it down again, make sure it's tight. And then I make sure to separate the tag end and the line that connects to the rod so you don't cut the wrong one. And then
Let's get started.
I'll cut the braid with a little bit, just a tiny bit of tag end. But you can't do the same with the leader because otherwise it'll get stuck in the eyelets. So I cut it as close as I possibly can without letting the knot slip.
Okay. And is that your finished knot?
Yep, that's mine.
Okay, let me get a close up and let's see if we can focus.
So that's my finished FG knot.
All right, then why don't you also tie your voodoo shrimp on with a perfection loop?
So for the perfection loop, you make a loop, and then give yourself about that much leader to work with. You go through here, so you get this like little loop here.
Okay.
Leader. And you take your tag end and you go through whatever you're tying on.
I'm a horrible cameraman. I hope you're better than I am.
And then I go back through the loop.
Okay.
So you have this like double loop thing.
Yep.
Got to get a hold of your
And then you make it as small and as close to the hook as you can possibly get.
As close to the eyelet.
Eyelet, yeah, I'm sorry. So that's good. And then I'll wrap this around. Wrap the tag end around the main line 3 times.
3 times, okay.
And then you go back through that original tiny loop,
Okay.
pull it somewhat tight,
Wet it.
wet it,
Oh, that's real good.
fully cinch it down.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a horrible cameraman. I can't get in there and focus.
And then take your clippers and leave about 1/2 inch of line.
Okay.
That way, if you get a big fish, it's not going to pull the loop, and that extra tag end will cinch it down even more.
Okay. Give you a little bit extra protection. Okay, is that finished?
Yep.
Okay, let's see. All right, there's your perfection loop. Okay, now you got to film me, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, now it's my turn. Same leader, Seagar, 30-pound inshore fluorocarbon. I generally use about 2 feet. It's longer than 2 feet, but we're tying on to PowerPro Spectra. I believe this is 15-pound high-vis yellow, but this is my version. Get it in my teeth so that I can get tension on the rod tip. Then I lay the line, the leader over the braid, and I come over and then under the opposite direction and pull tight. Grab the nuts, over and under in the opposite direction, and I will just continue doing this for, like I said, 20 to 22 times with the different braid and the leader that I have.
You've got to get a hold of yourself.
Nine, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh. One more time since I got the tag end. 21, 22. Okay. So I see those are pretty tight coils. I'm gonna hold on to them so that they don't loosen up. And then I'm gonna tie an overhand knot over the leader and the braid, but above the coils. There's one overhand knot. Wow, you're really intrusive with that camera, aren't you? Okay, there's one. I'm gonna do two. I left myself a lot of tags, so it's hard to in the braid. Okay, I'm gonna cinch that down tight. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wet the coils. And when I go to pull, you'll see this line when I tighten it. How I know it's tight is the leader will start to stand up.
Oh, you're gonna cut your hands up, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to do that with gloves on the braid side, because if you fish with braid, you know, and you need a lot of tension to really lock those coils in, because they need to dig into the fluorocarbon. So if you watch the fluorocarbon here, it's gonna start standing up. See how it's twisting around because those coils are tightening? All those coils now are locked in and super, super strong. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the tag end. So I take the braid, I'm gonna cut the tag end of the leader off at this point. So I grab the snips and I trim it as close as I possibly can. And then, so now what I do with the braid is I come back around and I'm gonna do, what do you call it, a clinch knot? Is that what that's called? Standard fisherman's knot. I'm gonna wrap several times around while I have the loop in my finger and, you know, forefinger and thumb on the other hand. So I've wrapped now, I don't know, 8 to 10 times. And then the loop open back up, stick it through, wet your knot so you're not burning when it goes down to tighten. And then tighten it down to cover up that little nipple of the leader that was exposed. Now I grab it again and I trim the tag of the braid as close as possible. That's what I love about these little braid snips. We sell these too, by the way. So what you're left with, I don't know if you can see better on my, is a super slim, super strong, but this will go through the guides of the rod, no problem, when you're reeling in and out. And I have plenty of leader to be able to retie multiple times. So do I put on a voodoo shrimp, or are we gonna get bait? You know what, I'm gonna put on a circle hook. So I love, one of the things I usually use, we carry these as well, I love made in the USA, Eagle Trocar. This is a 2-aught. 2-aught is perfect in my opinion for almost every inshore species: snook, red drum, spotted sea trout, snapper, you name it. It's not too big, it's not too small. These Trocars are super strong. So I'll just tie on a or do I need to keep it the same? Do I need to put on a voodoo shrimp since?
Nah, should be fine.
Well, when we're gonna do it tomorrow, the competition tomorrow, right?
Oh, that's
See
true.
whose knots holds better.
Yeah.
So I probably should do. I'm gonna use the voodoo baby shrimp right now in the winter. Snook, reds, everything. You know, the baby shrimp is great because sheep's head will still pick this up. Snapper will pick this up. Flounder, I've been catching a bunch of flounder on these. But this is the 2-inch baby shrimp in tiger. That's that pattern is tiger. So that's what I'm putting on here. I'm gonna tie the perfection loop. Zach already showed you how to do this, but I follow the same exact procedure. I put an overhand loop in the leader, As such, you're going to go through the eye of the hook. You're going to go back through that loop that you put in the leader, and don't be a leader waster like me. That tag end is really long, and so I'm actually wasting quite a bit of leader here, and I just don't want to, for the essence of time, uncoil it. 4 times is plenty. I'm going to go back through that middle of that loop that we put in there. Wet it before I cinch it down all the way. Oh, Zach, I think you beat me. My loop is way too long. Tighten that puppy up as strong. Oh, nope, I got it. I got it to close up some more. And go ahead and trim your tag. Thanks for the assist on that one, Zach. And I leave a little bit, I don't know if you can see that, but I leave a little bit of tag just so that it can gives a little bit more forgiveness in the knot so it won't slip. But that's the perfection loop, and I don't know if you can see. Is it focusing okay?
Yeah.
I'm about that size so that it's not swinging back and getting caught on the hook point, you know, when you're casting or anything like that. And the great thing about the loop knot is it gives more play and makes the bait look more natural when you're jigging it back. So, and we'll do a close-up here of Zach and I's knots together so that you can see them. This one is mine. This one is first mate Zachary's.
Alright.
Good to go?
Stop to me.